leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. Enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else. Please, please. I don't normally do this, but I just wanted to say that today I'm having a day where I'm feeling just a little bit overwhelmed and tired, and I'm trying to get my body moving, and I'm trying to work out and stay on a routine, and I just found it more hard today than usual.
What up, Jay? What's up, man? Good morning, Justin.
Sure. Here's a rewritten version of the original story, approximate 1338 words, that keeps the tone dramatic and engaging while streamlining some of the content for clarity and flow. Justin Bieber just reignited the internet's favorite love triangle, and it's getting messy. Justin Bieber may have just tossed a lit match into a pile of emotional gasoline, and the internet is burning with speculation. In what started as a series of seemingly cryptic posts, the pop star has set off a frenzy that many fans believe is aimed squarely at Selena Gomez, his famously complicated ex. But here's the real twist. Justin is very much married to Hailey Bieber, and this emotional breadcrumb trail has pulled her into a spotlight she probably never asked for. It all started innocently enough. A few vague lyrics, some introspective posts, and a dose of emotional nostalgia. But for longtime fans of the Elena saga, this wasn't just some reflective mood swing. No, this felt personal. And the timing? Suspiciously aligned with moments from Selena's own social media activity. The references were subtle, but for the internet's unofficial detective squad, subtlety is just an invitation to investigate. Suddenly, hashtag Elena and hashtag Hailey Bieber were trending again, and people began combing through every lyric, caption, and photo to decode the real meaning behind Justin's emotional output. The posts, the music, the captions, all of it felt like he was telling a story. And whether intentional or not, Hailey appeared to be caught in the crossfire. A song of regret or a confession. The dominoes really started falling with the release of a moody new song filled with regret, longing, and emotional depth. A ballad that seemed to echo the ups and downs of Justin's history with Selena. The lyrics spoke of unforgettable love, heartbreak, and the ache of what could have been. Fans immediately pointed to the parallels with past moments in their roller coaster relationship, and once that connection was made, the internet did what it does best. It spiraled. As if to pour more fuel on the fire. Justin followed up with a post featuring photos of himself and Hailey, captioned with the now infamous line, "I can't love you because I don't like the man I am." It hit like a gut punch. Was he talking to Hailey? About her? Or was this a confession from a man still haunted by his past? Fans didn't wait for answers. Theories exploded across TikTok and Twitter. Some speculated that the caption was really about Selena, a reflection of who he was during their relationship. Others saw it as a sign that his marriage was under pressure, that old feelings were resurfacing, and that Justin was unraveling emotionally in front of millions. The song titles that tell a story then came Never Get Lonesome, a haunting track full of solitude, longing, and emotional distance, feelings that many associated with a breakup that never fully healed. The timing of the release felt too perfect, too intentional. Fans quickly dubbed it the unofficial anthem of unfinished business, but the real eyebrow-raiser came next. Justin posted another cryptic message, referencing the viral "I.O. Benny" trend, a wave of fans posting about treating Selena Gomez better than her current boyfriend, Benny Blanco. Out of nowhere, Justin dropped the line, "I.O. Eddie." To anyone not following closely, it might seem random. But to the fans deep in the drama, it was either an intentional nod or an accidental spark that reignited a full-blown digital wildfire. Suddenly, people began analyzing two songs side by side, "Call Me When You Break Up" and "Way It Is." One track felt like a plea for reconnection, the other like a quiet promise to wait. Fans were convinced these songs were meant to be companion pieces, a lyrical conversation between two people who still have unfinished business. The theory? Justin was telling his side of the story through music, in real time. the cat hoodie and the cat post, and just when things couldn't get any more conspiratorial, Justin stepped out in a hoodie and beanie covered in cartoon cats. Harmless? Maybe, until you remember that Selena had posted a photo just 2 days earlier of her curled up with a cat in her lap. A coincidence? Possibly. But to die-hard fans, this was a message. A sign. A breadcrumb on the trail of this emotionally charged mystery. From the outside, it might seem ridiculous to connect a hoodie to a heartbreak saga. But in celebrity culture, especially when the stars involved have a track record of cryptic communication, fans know better than to dismiss the details. The diary post that broke the internet, then came the post that shook social media to its corno caption. No emojis. No explanation. Just a series of moody, aesthetic photos with "Wish I Hadn't Said That" by J.J. Cale playing in the background. That song, a raw, regret-laced ballad, hit fans straight in the heart. And Justin didn't just use any part of it. He used this lyric, "If I could only close you out of my mind. If I could taste you once again. Feel the pain and the pleasure. We could make it to the end. Wish I hadn't said that." Baby.it read like a confession. Not the kind of thing you'd expect from a man who says he's happily married. It sounded like something pulled straight from the aftermath of a breakup you never get over. And once again, the internet filled in the blanks. Selena. The lack of context only fueled speculation. Was Justin reflecting on past mistakes? Was he apologizing without using the word sorry? Was he still working through feelings he never really resolved? Whatever the answer, his silence was louder than words. Hailey in the eye of the storm. Meanwhile, Hailey has become the reluctant center of this firestorm. People have been pouring over her recent
a rewritten
photos,
version of
interviews,
the original story.
even her body
Approximate
language in
1338
paparazzi
words,
shots,
searching
that
for
keeps the
signs
tone
of
dramatic
stress
and
or
engaging
hidden
while
meaning.
streamlining
She hasn't
some of the
addressed
content
any
for
of it
clarity
directly,
and flow.
but when you're married
Justin
to one of the
Bieber
most
just
famous
reignited the
people on the
internet's
planet,
favorite love
silence
triangle,
doesn't
and
go
it's getting
unnoticed.
messy.
Justin Bieber may have just tossed a lit
history
match
is
into
repeating
a pile
itself.
of emotional
The Elena
gasoline,
saga was
and
always
the
more
internet
than just
is
a
burning with
celebrity
speculation.
relationship. It was what started as a series of seemingly
played out
cryptic
in
posts.
front of millions.
The pop star has
And
set
now,
off a
with
frenzy
one cryptic
that many
post
fans
after another,
believe is aimed
Justin
squarely
seems to be
at
flipping
Selena
back
Gomez,
through the chapters
his
of a book
famously
everyone thought was
complicated
closed.
But here's the real
What
twist.
now?
Whether
Justin
Justin's
is
posts
very
are
much
part of a
married to
carefully
Hailey
crafted
Bieber,
rollout for
and
new
this
music,
emotional
or
breadcrumb
just the
trail
result
has
of
pulled
an
her into a
emotional
spotlight.
spotlight.
She
One thing is
probably
clear.
never asked for
Fans
.it
are watching
all
closely.
started innocently
Every
enough.
lyric,
A
every
few
post,
vague lyrics,
every
some
outfit
introspective
is being
posts,
dissected
and a
like
dose
it holds
of
the
emotional
secrets
nostalgia
of a hidden diary.
But for longtime fans
And with
of the
no
Elena
official
saga,
clarification
this wasn't
from
just
Justin
some
or
reflective mood
Hailey,
swing.
the speculation
No, this
only
felt
grows.
personal.
At this
And the
point,
timing?
it's impossible to
Suspiciously
say
aligned with
this is a
moments
marketing
from
move,
Selena's own
an
social
emotional
media
unraveling,
activity.
or
The
a
references
complex
were
mix
subtle.
of both.
But for the internet's
one thing's for
unofficial
sure,
detective
the love
squad,
triangle that
subtlety
defined a
is
generation
just an
is back in
invitation
the
to
headlines.
investigate.
And the drama
Suddenly,
is far from
hashtag
over.
Elena
Justin
and
Bieber's
hashtag
latest
Hailey
posts
Bieber were
have
trending
fans
again,
losing their minds.
and people began
and Selena
combing
Gomez's
through
name
every
is
lyric
back in the
caption.
conversation. The internet's
And
favorite
photo to
love
decode
triangle
the real
just
meaning
got
behind
a new
Justin's
chapter.
emotional
And
output.
Justin Bieber
The
may have
posts,
written it
the
in
music,
real time.
the captions,
One
all of
cryptic
it
lyric
felt like
at
he
a
was
time.
telling a story.
It all started
And
when
whether
Justin
intentional
posted
or
a
not,
moody Instagram
Hailey
story.
appeared to be
Just
caught
a
in the
song
crossfire,
snippet with
got
no
a song
caption,
of regret or a
no
confession.
context, and no
The dominoes really
explanation.
started falling with the release
song,
of a moody new
Wish I
song
Hadn't Said
filled
That
with
by
regret,
J.J. Cale,
longing,
an emotional
and
track
emotional
dripping in
depth.
regret
A
and
ballad
longing.
that seemed to
And he
echo the
didn't
ups
pick
and
just
downs
any
of
part.
Justin's
The
history
lyrics
with
he
Selena.
chose,
If
the
I could
lyrics
only
spoke
close
of
you out of my
unforgettable
mind.
love,
If I could taste you
and
once
the ache
again,
of what could have
feel
been.
the pain and
Fans
the pleasure.
immediately pointed
We could
to the
make it to the
parallels
end.
with past
It was
moments
raw.
in their roller
It was
coaster
specific.
relationship,
And
it
once that
immediately sent
connection was
fans
made,
spiraling. The
within
internet did
hours,
what it does best.
TikTok was flooded
It
with
spiraled
fan
.as,
edits,
old
to
footage
pour
of
more
Justin
fuel on the
and
fire.
Selena Gomez cut
Justin followed
perfectly
up with
to
a
the
lyrics
lyrics featuring photos
matching
of himself
emotional
and
highs
Hailey,
and painful
captioned with the
lows
now
from their
infamous
turbulent
line,
past.
I can't love
The
you
line
because
"Feel the
I don't
pain
like the
and the
man
pleasure"
I am.
especially
It
hit
hit
like
like
a
a
gut
gut
punch,
reminding
Was he
fans of
talking
the
to
way
Hailey
Justin used to
about her?
describe his
Or
on and
was
off
this a
relationship
confession
with
from a man
Selena,
still
past
haunted by his
interviews
past?
on Twitter.
Fans didn't wait for
Fan
answers.
threads started popping
Theories
up comparing
exploded
the
across
song's lyrics
TikTok
to
and
those
Twitter.
from Justin's
Some
Purpose era.
speculated that
Songs
the
like
caption
Sorry
was really
and Mark
about
My
Selena,
Words,
as
a
well as
reflection of who
Selena's
he was during their
revival and rare
relationship.
albums.
Others
The
saw it as a
similarities
sign
were
that
hard
his
to
marriage
ignore,
was under
and
pressure.
then came the bigger
that
theories.
old feelings were
Some fans
resurfacing,
believed this
and
wasn't
that
about
Justin was
Selena at all,
unraveling
at
emotionally
least
in front
not
of
directly.
millions. They
The song
speculated
titles
that
that tell a
Justin could
story
be going
then
through a
came
rough
never
patch
get
in his
lonesome,
marriage
a haunting
with Hailey
track
Bieber,
full of solitude.
and the music was his
Longing
emotional
and
outlet.
emotional distance.
A few even suggested
feelings
this
that was
many
a subtle way to
associated with
test
the
how
breakup
fans
that
might
never
react
fully
to new,
healed. deeply
The timing of
personal
the release
music
felt
before he
too
officially
perfect,
releases
too intentional.
anything. Whatever the
Fans
truth
quickly
is,
dubbed it the
one thing
unofficial
is
anthem
undeniable.
of unfinished
Justin knew what
business.
he was doing.
But the real
You don't
eyebrow
post a
raiser
song
came
that's
next.
emotionally loaded
Justin
and
posted
strip away
another
all
cryptic
context
message,
unless you're prepared for
referencing the
people to
viral
dissect
every
every
second
Benny
of it.
trend.
Once
A wave
again,
of fans
Justin
posting
had
about
turned a
treating
single
Selena
post into a
Gomez
full-blown
better than her current
conversation
boyfriend,
about his past,
Benny
his
Blanco,
present, and
out
his
of nowhere,
emotional state.
Justin dropped
because
the line,
let's be honest,
I.O. Eddie.
when you post lyrics
to anyone
like,
not following
wish
closely,
I hadn't said that,
it might seem
baby,
random
and then disappear.
But to the fans
You're
deep
not
in the
just
drama,
sharing music.
it was either
You're
an
starting a
intentional
story,
nod or an
and
accidental
now,
spark
the internet
that
wants to know how it
reignited a
ends.
full-blown digital
The plot
wildfire.
thickens.
A
Suddenly,
FaceTime with Hailey,
people began
and a
analyzing
gut-punch
two
soundtrack
songs
just
when
side by
fans
side.
thought they had
Justin's
Call Me When You Break Up
and way it
figured
is.
out.
One
He
track
flipped
felt
the
like a
tone
plea for
completely
reconnection
and left
the
everyone
other like
even
a
more
quiet
confused.
promise to wait.
This time,
Fans
the
were
post
convinced
appeared
these
to be a
songs were meant to
screenshot
be
from a
companion
video call
pieces,
with Hailey,
a
his
lyrical
wife.
conversation
Casual,
between two people
low-key,
who
and
still have
sweet.
unfinished
But then
business.
came the twist.
The theory?
The background music?
Justin was telling
A
his
song
side of the
called
story
I Don't
through
Like the
music
Man That I
in
Am.
real time.
Cue collective
the cat hoodie
confusion.
and the cat
The
post, and
lyrics
just when
he
things
highlighted
couldn't get
weren't
any more
vague.
conspiratorial,
They were painfully
Justin
specific.
stepped out in a hoodie
I can't
and
love
beanie
you.
covered in
I really don't
cartoon
think that I
cats.
can.
Harmless?
Oh, I can't
Maybe,
love you
until
until
you
you
remember
remember
that
that
Selena had
Let that
posted a
sink in.
photo just 2
Not
days
exactly
earlier
the
of her
kind of
curled
song
up
you'd
with a
expect
cat in her
someone
lap.
to post while
A
showing a
coincidence?
smiling call with
Possibly.
their spouse.
But to
The
die-hard
internet's
fans,
reaction was
this
swift.
was a message.
Some fans were
sign.
stunned,
A
calling it a
breadcrumb on the
bizarre
trail of
and
this
tone-deaf
emotionally
pairing.
charged mystery.
Others were convinced
From
it
the
was a
outside,
coded message.
it might
a
seem
glimpse
ridiculous
into
to
Justin's
connect a
internal
hoodie to a
conflict
heartbreak
or
saga.
worse. But in celebrity
Reflection
culture,
culture, and
especially
especially
when the
was it
stars
just a
involved
random
have a
track
track
he
record
found
of cryptic
compelling?
communication,
Or was it
fans
a brutally
know better
honest
than to
confession
dismiss
wrapped
the
in
details.
aesthetic content
The
either
diary
way?
post
It got
that people
broke the
talking.
internet. Then came the
Again,
post that shook
then came the
social
softer
media to its
post,
corno
but
caption.
it was still packed with
no
meaning in
emojis,
classic Justin
no
fashion.
explanation.
The next post
Just
changed
a series
the
of
mood
moody,
completely, but
aesthetic
didn't quiet
photos
the
with "Wish I
speculation
hadn't
this
said
time.
that."
He
By
uploaded
JJ
a photo
Cale
of
playing in
himself
the background.
blowing a kiss.
That song,
the energy
raw,
was tender,
regretless
almost
ballad,
comforting,
hit fans
but the
straight
song
in the
paired
heart.
with the image
And
added
Justin
another
didn't just
layer
use
to the
any part of
ongoing
it.
emotional
He
narrative.
used this lyric.
The lyrics,
If I could only
in
close
heaven,
you out of my mind,
nothing will matter
if I could
anymore.
taste you once again,
Not in a bad way
feel
like
the
before,
pain
'cause
and the
we'll be
pleasure.
sure.
We
And
could
those
make it to
years
the end.
spent in
Wish I
uncertainty
hadn't
and
said
fear
that.
were all a joke.
Baby.it read like
We'll
a
just look
confession.
back and laugh
Not
about
the
a
kind
dot
of
on
thing
the
you'd
surface.
expect from a
It
man
sounded
who
like
says
hope,
he's happily
a dream
married.
of peace, of
It sounded
healing,
like
of a
something
future
pulled
where
straight
pain
from the
is
aftermath
behind you.
of a breakup
But
you
dig a
never
little
get
deeper,
over.
and the vibe
And once
shifts.
again,
It
the
felt like
internet
someone
filled in
yearning
the
for
blanks.
emotional
Selena,
escape,
the
like a
lack
man
of
imagining a
context
version
only
of life
fueled
untouched
speculation.
by the weight of
Was
his
Justin
present
reflecting
reality.
on past
Side by
mistakes?
side,
Was
these
he
two
apologizing
posts,
without using
one
the
about
word
emotional
sorry?
distance,
Was he still
the
working
other
through
about a
feelings
dream like
he never
escape
really
read
resolved
less
whatever
like
the
random
answer?
music picks
His
and more like
silence was
entries
louder
in
than
an
words.
emotional diary.
Haley in the
A
eye of the
puzzle
storm
only Justin
meanwhile.
knows how to solve.
Haley has become
the
the
Benny
reluctant
Blanco shade?
center of this
Fans
firestorm.
say it's too specific
People
to
have.
ignore, and just when the internet thought it was done, the Benny Blanco angle came roaring back. Few weeks earlier, TikTok exploded with a parody song created by two users who openly teased Justin, accusing him of still wanting Selena and throwing not-so-subtle shade at Benny Blanco, her current boyfriend. The lyrics, "Hey, believe me. If I was with Selena, I would still be treating her better than you. Saw you on a TikTok, seeing all your videos. Kind of hurts me down low." It was catchy. It was cheeky. And it was everywhere. Given Justin's constant presence online and his history of tapping into pop culture trends, fans were sure he'd seen it. So when he posted a photo of himself and friend Eddie Benjamin, captioned with the stretched-out phrase, "AOO Eddie," people took notice. It wasn't just the timing. It was the energy. The drawn-out caption sounded eerily similar to the viral I.O. Benny trend that had just peaked, a trend entirely focused on Selena, Benny Blanco, and Justin's lingering presence in the narrative. Coincidence? Maybe. But after everything else, fans weren't convinced. The verdict? Right now, Justin Bieber is either quietly teasing a new era of music built on emotional vulnerability, or he's unknowingly sending the internet into another Yelena-fueled meltdown. Either way, his silence is deafening, because when you post lyrics about regret, love, identity, and escape, and then vanish without explanation, you're not just stirring curiosity. You're leaving the world to write the ending for you.